David. Remember David? You know that's what happened. It's going to happen to you. And if you're going to happen this time around, you know what happened. You got enough.
Trust me, you can keep me down when I was four. Why don't we fight it like a doctor? You couldn't keep me down there. You definitely can't keep me down there.
All right, Joe.
Look at him, he's like a featherweight when I was saying you little bitch. Like heavyweight.
Your eyes
Pop you up to balloon, you little bucket.
We'll see.
100%. Never been so sure as in my life.
And that's been running through your head. That's been running through your head for so long. That's been running through your head.
We'll see. Don't worry about that.
I was standing over you.
I put everything on you going down.
You weren't standing over me. I was looking over you. I was the superior one. I was the one over you. You didn't do nothing. You didn't even know how you got up. You can't even remember certain things in the fight. Because you lost memory. And I'm going to make sure. I'm going to make sure you lose more than that, man. I'm going to make sure you lose more. I'm going to make sure you lose more than that. Trust me.
We'll see on the night. We've only got a few more days.
Everything I told you
to my belt for me,
48 hours. 48 hours.
Keep it nice
I'm
and
stay
clean.
on to that. That's individual.
Come home with me.
48 hours. We'll see, baby.
We'll see.
I'm going to tire
We'll
on
see,
you again.
We'll see.
I'm going to tire on you again. Timber! Like I told you before. Timber. And it's going to happen again this time. I promise you ain't getting enough. Man, you don't believe the shit you saying, bro. You don't believe nothing you saying. You don't believe nothing you saying.
3 years out the ring, and I still beat you. You like to rob me.
You had 2 warm-ups. You had 10 trainers. You had 3 fights.
I come to your show. Now you work for me.
You had 2 warm-ups. You had 3 trainers. You had 10 trainers. You spent hell of a lot of money to get. You're supposed to be in the shape. What are you talking about, boy? What are you talking about? But I'm going to stand over your body. I'm going to stand on your body like a murder scene. And I'm going to be the detective over you looking. Like I said, I promise. Everything I said came to pass. Nothing you said came to pass. Nobody trusts nothing that you say. I don't believe nothing. I ain't check holes of the phone.
Oh, that's a sign.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
Even your man. Everybody did.
You couldn't keep me
Everybody
down. I get knocked down. But I get up again. You never keep me down.
Part 2. I'm going to down now. I'm going to bend a little bit.
So that's what happened on the final press con of Deontay Wilder and Fury. They're having a heated discussion for this final press conference. So good luck, Wilder.
Hey, it was a great moment.
Perhaps
far
far beyond my better judgment.
Your whole 6'9" body just laying across like a bird seat. And I'm going to do it again. Trust me.
Well, it's nice to be with you guys. Good to be with you, champ. Tyson, good to be with you.
Thank you very much.
Why nice to see you as well. I was planning on sitting over here, but based on the circumstances, I think I'll, beyond my better judgment, sit right here and hope nothing happens. Why the change in tone? I said to you about a month ago, I said to you as well, I've marveled at how deferential the two of you have been in the lead up to this fight. You guys have shown great respect. You were well measured when we were together in LA a couple times, a month and a half ago and then a month ago. But fight changes things, clearly. If fight changes things, clearly. So here's what I'd like to do, if we can keep some composure here and some guardrails to a well-managed conversation. And by the way, I do want to congratulate you on both arriving to this point. And on behalf of boxing media and boxing fans and American sports fans, also thank the two of you for leading the way with what needs to be a more common trend in the sport. And that is simply the best fighting the best. Willing to say, forget business boundaries. This is what the sport should be on top of the mountain. So congratulations for that, as simply arriving to this point for all of us to take this in. And also thank you for the past month and a half, 2 months of unprecedented access, great, varied, and thoughtful interviews, because the promotional lead-up has been sensational. So let's try to continue that in what is the last time you guys are speaking here on stage and to the public, the third and final time. You'll have the weigh-in on Friday, which both networks will agree, and then, of course, the pay-per-view on Saturday night at 9. As the WBC champ and the holder of the green belt, and this being your 11th title defense with 41 knockouts, I will give you the opening comment here. You have a live mic, but we're going to respect his opening comment however you would like to start with this week's comment.
Well, what can I say? This is the final countdown, like I said, and we all should be happy. This is the moment in time that we all been waiting for. The biggest fight of both our lives, unfinished business, as I call it. And I can't wait. Y'all know when I say I can't wait, I mean every word of it. It's torturing for me the week of the fight to be able to have to sit around and wait as the days drop, as the hours fall down, the seconds fall, just to sit here to wait to put my hands on the body. This is what I've been preparing myself for. This is what I've been waiting so many months for. This could have been happening a long time ago, but somebody put on their running shoes. And they should have. They needed more warm-ups. They needed to get themselves convinced that they're their best when they know they're not. I can't wait. And don't he dare ever, he better not ever say he got me to big-time boxing. Ever in this game, I'm a slapper. Because if anybody calls anybody to big-time boxing, it's me. Don't ever forget, when I found you was strung out on coke. When I found you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to big-time boxing. I brought you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that. I brought you to big-time boxing. Last time you were here, what did you do? Who came up and showed and saw you? How many? 15 the first time, 35 the second time. When I came, how many showed up? Down there sold it out. This time around, I sold the pay-per-view too. And this time around, they here for me to see unfinished business. That's fact. That is fact. That is fact. I'm talking.
Tyson,
I'm talking banana peel.
I'm
talking big woman.
He was
I'm
fighting
talking big mama. I'm talking big mama.
TV.
I brought you back.
You're a bull.
You was strung out on cocaine, bruh.
No one knows
you. You were big as a house,
you
bro.
Cherry pick me.
You were contemplating about killing yourself because you didn't want to leave
and that's
anymore,
the man you wanted to take on, was it?
Bro,
the man who was going to kill himself.
I said, Fury, get your fat ass up. Easy victory, I said, you get in that gym. I said, I dare you to come back. I said, you won't come back. And what you did? Come on. You heard me. You took my advice, didn't you?
Tyson, you want time for an opening comment, or would you like to just engage back?
He can't help himself because he knows it's something that's killing him inside.
All right.
He can't help himself.
So you just want to engage in this? Which
you lie about
everything.
I tell the truth about everything. You don't receive it, baby, Michelle.
Please go ahead. Take a minute for your opening comment, and then we will fully engage here for an hour. Go ahead.
Drugs got his mind so much.
Go ahead, Tyson.
When I revived him, he didn't have to go to rehab. I gave him, I rehabilitated him back. And here he is now, the second time around.
Continue. This is your 5 minutes of fame. Continue.
I'm still talking. And here we are now.
Speak a little bit more clear.
I think something hitting him in his heart. So I'm going to let him speak.
All right, Tyson, your opening comment, and then trust me, we will go back.
I done hit a nerve. He was shaking on the table, but
Go ahead, Tyson.
Go ahead, man.
He says he's finished. The floor is yours.
Give him a look.
Lineal heavyweight champion, sixth defense of the tradition-rich lineal belt. Please, Tyson Fury.
You know, Deontay Wilder spoke a lot of rubbish. He gave me an opportunity to do. I give him his biggest paydays of his whole life. Got him a big contract with Showtime. Brought him to the biggest stage in the world, being Las Vegas. And here he is, and now he thanks me. He's got a whole lot of appreciation for someone who's fed him, looked after him, and put millions in his account. Very nice person, D. You know, you owe me everything. I brought you to this level. Welcome to big time boxing. It's his second fight on the top. He fought his number one ranked opponent, Luis Ortiz, in his last fight. He done 300,000 buys. Against 300,000 buys in the biggest country in the world. I can fight a bull and do 1 million views at home, you know. So,
You're not home.
well, I am home, because this is the home of the Gypsy King. Home of the Gypsy King.
Fought here.
Home of the Gypsy King, Las Vegas.
You remember the time you fought here? How many came and saw
With the
you?
biggest
How
entertainment.
many came and saw your talent?
It was full in here.
How
and
many?
I
It wasn't full.
Full.
It was 1,500.
Full.
You gave away
Get the
rest
video
of the
back
tickets.
up and you'll
The
see.
last time was
Full.
3,500. You gave away the rest of the tickets.
Listen,
to
you're
the
just a
mold.
show fighter. I'm giving you the opportunity
playing.
to defend your belt.
Stop
But when I've took it off you and burst your bubble, just like the last British man, you know,
Stop playing.
came here, burst the bubble of an undefeated fighter.
See, they
and
always.
boom, they always get beat
See,
big
people like,
again.
see, they always want to take the credibility of when we invent something, they want to write their name on this shit. It's been through history and time, and here it is again, right before our very fucking eyes.
Damn right.
You want to take
Damn
the
right.
credibility of something that you don't have no claim to name to. I brought you back. I gave you the biggest person. Everything you say is what I've done to you. Just keep it real, bro. We fighters. There ain't no shame in our game. It's supposed to be like that. Why all y'all
We're here
lying,
to
bro?
fight. Whether you're whatever you want to be, an actor or whatever. Listen,
I'm
bring your
Deontay
A
Wilder,
game on your
the baddest
acting
man
night
on the planet, the hardest hitting puncher in boxing history, period. The one that's gonna whoop your ass and put
Like
everything
you did
else
last
to
time, yeah?
rest, just like I did the last time.
They're
You
debating
still think, how many times you dreamt about the 12 round? Because that's the only thing they got to promote.
who is the
Hello? Can you talk?
for
Can't got your
Wilder.
tongue?
He's
Tissue in your
saying
mouth?
he's the
Let's have a
superstar.
great conversation about that
Wow.
12th round moment. What I want to focus in on right
Fury
now
is
is the
saying
path
he is the superstar.
that you both took to arrive here. So we'll look back at the past year and how you both have arrived to this mega event. Deontay Wilder points out his ultra-explosive 2019 as a big positive.
To get ready for this particular fight, I came up with 2 dramatic, devastating knockouts.
A first-round knockout of Dominic Brazil dropped jaws. Then his November rematch with veteran skilled challenger Luis Ortiz, equally impressive. And a bit risky. Wilder trailed on the scorecards, but his ultimate eraser finished things in 7. Fury's 2019 was far more unpredictable. He chose a new promotional partner, a new TV network,
Just want to show the ESPN Plus viewers the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
and a starring role in Vegas. Flawless in a June knockout of Tom Schwartz, badly bloody and brawling for victory over Otto Vereen in September.
Deontay Wilder, I want you next, bro.
47 stitches later, he was off to headline a review.
This isn't your world, Fury.
His popularity soared as Wilder waited.
This is finishing what I started. This time around, he won't be able to get up.
And now, 2 very different roads taken have the chance reunited for this ultimate showdown. Gentlemen, it was an incredible past year for each of you. Obviously, your rise and fame of coming stateside to Vegas and 2 knockouts that could win knockout of the year, sensational. But by far the biggest takeaway when you watch that in terms of thinking about this fight is 47 stitches along that eye. Your reaction
It's supposed to be
that
stopped,
fight
by
that
the way.
happened in September, and your feeling for the impact that it could make on this fight Saturday night.
I mean, it's going to be a big factor. You know, it's going to be a big factor, not for me, but for him. You know, that's what he's been thinking about. It's, you know, Joe, it's a lot of energy that's been circulating throughout nervous energy that's been circulating throughout his camp. There's a lot of secrets that's been going on. There's a lot of things they've been covering up.
What do you want to share?
But, you know, I don't want to share nothing with you, But I just want to let you know it's subliminal messages. This is what we've been getting for all these years. I'm giving you a subliminal message. Being a veteran in this sport, I understand, I know, I have a sixth sense. I know what nervous energy is and what it looks like and what it smells like. Pussy. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. He's more concerned about that nervousness. Yeah, that's part of it. That's one thing.
Tyson, how is the
concerned about the
how is the eye and how is the scar tissue? 47 stitches, plastic surgeon inside and out. How's it holding up?
Terrible. It come open 4 times in training camp, and it's been coming open with little flicks. So he shouldn't have any problems opening up then, shouldn't he? The biggest puncher that's ever lived. The so-called biggest puncher couldn't even keep a man down in the 12th round.
Yeah, you recently made comments that you want to taste blood. You've said this before, you've said it in the lead up here.
It's not bother me. I'm going to take him, I'm going to cut him and see how he feels like it. I'm going to see if he's going to get up off the floor. I don't think he's got the bottle, minerals, bollocks, whatever you want to call it. He ain't got it. He's an on-top fighter, he's a bully fighter, and when a bully gets bullied, he folds every single time.
There was, as we were sitting here and the three of us were watching the highlights of the past year, Deontay's
Okay.
It was tinged with derision as he was watching your 2 fights that took place here in Vegas. What did you learn about yourself with the 2 fights here in Vegas over the course of the past year?
That he couldn't say it.
You know, I learned a lot of things. I learned that I can come here and crack the biggest country in the world and become a bigger star than their homegrown heavyweight. That's one thing I learned. I learned that I can unite 2 TV stations, ESPN Plus and Fox pay-per-view, and unite 2 of the biggest rival promoters in the world. Is there anything the Gypsy King can't do? Including slap him in the mouth. Nothing I can't do. Already done it, been there, done it, wore the t-shirt a million times. Wilder, this is a big act for him. He's very nervous underneath. I can see his jumper going in and out with his heartbeat pounding out of his chest. Terrifying.
You believe he's nervous right now sitting on stage with you?
He's nervous as hell. He don't know what to expect. He doesn't know what to expect. And he's getting knocked out.
Your job is to stand up, man. That's what you
Knocked out.
Vegas, bro.
Knocked out.
When I knock you out, go do stand-up comedy, bro. You got a career in that. You got a career in that.
But when I knock you out,
I'm crying, I'm laughing, bro.
begging me for a
Bro,
rematch.
just do that. You got a British accent, and that's what they laugh. They're not laughing with you, they're laughing at you. Because of your accent, you goofy, you're a big mama. You know what I'm saying? You're a big goofy, big mama.
You
Big goofy, big bird.
what you're saying.
Big mama.
You speak English.
That's what
you
you're
little
doing.
bitch.
Exactly.
So you speak in English right now.
So you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, you know the saying, what's understood don't have to be explained. Because come February 22nd, your body gonna be laying.
I do want to ask you something about your
Like it
past
was
year and the
before.
fights that we saw
Like
there.
that.
And that is
But this time around, you ain't getting up because I brought my 6-foot-inch nails and I bought a big hammer from Alabama, baby. You know what else.
Good. Ain't going nowhere.
You know what else.
I'm going to knock you spark
You know what else.
I can't wait to do it.
You
honestly.
know what else.
You're nothing
Oh,
but a big skinny little bitch.
sit down.
That's all
Nervous
you
energy,
are.
sit down.
You ain't nothing.
Sit down.
You ain't scary.
Sit down.
You're not
Sit
terrifying.
down.
Yeah, I don't look at you and see
Sit
fear.
down.
I look at you and see a
Sit
fucking pussy with a
down.
nose ring.
Sit
You little
down.
bitch.
Sit down. You're
Punch
nervous.
him all over the stage
Sit
right now.
down, man. Sit
You
down.
couldn't do nothing about it.
Sit down.
Pick him and throw him across that room.
Sit down. You don't believe none of the words that you say. You can't punch. I don't know what you talking about. Knocking somebody in the second round. You ain't never knocked nobody in no second round. You got pillows for fists. That's why I kept running through you. Because you can't punch.
Correction.
You
I
can't
did not
punch.
fight last opponent.
You can't punch.
Second round
You
pussy.
can't, man. You told that man to drop and he failed.
I'll tell you what, I
Stop.
do want to get into fight
Stop.
strategy because you did put that out there about the
He said,
second
all
round
right, this is enough of this
knockout.
act.
There's so much to take, but you've been so open with strategy. What do you say we take a quick and much needed break for a moment? When we come back, we will get into the fight strategy of what we will see Saturday night. The final news conference, Wilder Fury 2, continues from Vegas after this.
You are funny. Why you just can't tell the truth? Why? I love it. And I got a nice, I got a nice don't never, my business don't never complain about that. 8 years later, baby, I got a nice motion in the motion right here, baby. All that skinny talk when I'm laying 43 motherfuckers on the ground. Get out of here, bro. You don't want to hear about that. Skinny is in. I don't never have a problem with nothing. Nonsense.
Only one thing.
Maybe you should get on my level. Get on my level, brother. Get on my level. You got your bro? You got your bro? You come to the border out there? Yeah. Thank you. Please, we're gonna party hard. We're gonna party hard. And everything goes, so you can be comfortable as possible. Just turn up to be comfortable as possible.
Final press con. Deontay Wilder.
I'm a real guy, bro. I'm a real man. That's one thing about me. It ain't no fake to me. I'm gonna keep it real at all times. Who is me?
You're a more quiet, shy person.
So you think. Until you break peace. Until you break peace, and then all hell break loose. All hell, I'm a king. I walk in peace. I come in peace. My surrounding is peace. My aura is peace. My vibe is peace. My energy is peace. Until you break peace. And you know what happens when you break peace?
I'm a king. I say gypsy king. You say
Fuck peace then. We say fuck peace then it's a murder scene. And then it becomes a murder scene. Everybody knows.
Final conference of Wilder versus The Fury. Saturday in Pacific time, 6 to 12 midnight. In the Philippines, around 10 a.m. start time.
He's going to number 3. He's dropped in my pound for pound.
Now I'm number 3.
I took you down to number 3, but
I done brought him back and now I'm number 3. Damn. Shit, bro, you damn. We was just number 1 and 2. Me and me was 1 and you number 2, and now I'm number 3. Who number 1? Who number 2?
So the number 1 is Tyson Fury. Number 2, Wilder, according to the press con here. So after this, we will go live to Basta Radio, Bombo. After the press con, I will interview Wilder and also Fury. Watch out for live interview in Basta Radio,
There was no
Bombo.
victory in that fight by either man. And that's why we're having a rematch, just at the straight.
We were just having fun and exchanging blows.
I can't go to bed at night thinking, Deontay Wilder nearly knocked me out. I haven't thought about anything for a whole year.
When I connected and him landed on the canvas, I definitely thought it was over.
And it should have been bye-bye. But I remember opening my eyes and I just jumped straight up. The referee looked at me like amazing. Are you okay?
Having that experience with him the first time and looking on this time, I don't think it's nothing, absolutely nothing in the world that he can do. I'm gonna knock him out, if not.
Kahit wala pa ang laban, talagang nagdidebate itong dalawang to.
Well, one thing is for sure, Deontay Wilder is an absolute knockout machine.
Ako magkasundukan mamaya sa
Of the
stage.
first 32 opponents that he faced from 2008 to 2014, he did knock out Bernard Severn in their first fight, but he made good on that in the rematch. The one fighter that he never knocked out was Tyson Fury.
Live with Honorable Bob Aro.
Career folks, very warm welcome back to the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Kate Abdo with Tim Bradley, Sean Porter. We had wondered whether things would switch up in fight week. Now you know.
I told you, Jay. I told you, fight week. The tension,
Saturday.
you know, the nervousness.
Pacific time, 6 to 12 midnight. Wilder, Fury 2.
These type of events when you have number 1 and number 2, they thoroughbreds. Listen,
I think we got a good glimpse of what's going to happen Saturday night.
That's exactly right. That's my
Deontay
thing.
Wilder standing up there strong, like a king. He says he is. I believe it. And then Tyson Fury comes right at him.
I agree with that.
Comes right to his face.
Hey, when Wilder was speaking,
You know, he was saying everything with conviction. When Fury was speaking, he was saying everything with conviction. I believe what these guys are saying. I believe it's gonna be a knockout. Somebody get knocked out.
I never did think that somebody was getting knocked out. I never did not think that, you know? Somebody's getting knocked
Somebody
out.
get knocked out. After this right here, after what we just witnessed?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Somebody.
They warmed it up.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree, 100%.
You know, let's see what else they've got. Joe Tessito, back to you.
Thank you, Kate, I think.
So,
All right, gentlemen,
so
we
we're
took a
live
nice
again.
break there. We were all able to watch the 12th round of December 1st, 2018, as we are here with the WBC champ Deontay Wilder, who has the highest knockout percentage in the history of the heavyweight division, beyond Joe Louis, beyond Rocky Marciano, Sonny Liston, Iron Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, anybody, the highest knockout percentage. And to my left, the lineal heavyweight champion of the world, who absorbs the fewest amount of punches statistically of any heavyweight on earth. The most skillful tactician, the most elusive heavyweight that exists in all of boxing.
Stand up and take about it.
Which side you rather be on?
So, the question becomes, as everybody draws back to the 12th round of December 1st, 2018, when the bell rings Saturday night, is it simply round 13? Do you just pick up where the two of you left off?
Yes, indeed.
Get that mic to your mouth.
Yes, indeed. It's unfinished business, like I said. You know, we're definitely picking up where we left off. I mean, he just changed his game. He done changed his whole team, and he done changed up everything. So I can't speak for him, but you know, I'm definitely picking up what I left off at, and more calmer, patient, and devastating fashion.
You got it. Go ahead, Tyson.
Yeah, you know, round 12 was a good round. Credit to Wilder. He got me with two of the best punches I've ever seen thrown in a 12-round heavyweight fight. And as we've seen, it's been very, very famous. The old knockdown of the Gypsy King has been very, very, very active online and all over the world. But the thing that Wilder must be thinking is, I hit that guy with my best two punches I can ever throw in round 12, and he got up.
Well, he's
What
gonna
have
be
I got to
respect
do
over the course
to
of
keep
the
it
match,
down?
you're saying that, right? But how does that play in your head? The fact that you hit him that flush with that combination, and we saw him rise up. We saw him go pure Undertaker, the resurrection of a 6'9" heavyweight, to then come forward at you in the last 2 minutes. How does that play in your head?
I mean, it all felt good. You know, it felt good hitting them and dropping them. It felt good seeing them, and it felt good seeing them rise. You know, because it was the hype lived up to the fight. You know, when fans come to see heavyweights, they want to see knockouts. They want to see knocked out. And when you knock a guy down and he rise up like that, and then come back and still see that he got it and stuff, man, that make great fights. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at that at all. You know, it was a controversial decision, which leads to now an even bigger fight, more exposure, more attention, so a more devastating. So I ain't mad, bro.
Now, there are some who have put forth the idea that something clicked in your head, that all of a sudden when you got up and you stepped to him, you solved the riddle a bit, and then you have been so openly talking about your strategy of I'm going to come in north towards 270 pounds, of I'm going to press the action and step to the puncher, which is so counterintuitive to everything we would know in the boxing intelligentsia of one of the best, most elusive big men stepping to the most destructive puncher the division's ever known. Why?
It's a bold move, that's for sure. But we fight fire with fire. But the confidence I take into this fight, what enables me to take confidence from going forward at him, is I've never lost a dogfight, ever. Even when I've got off the floor, even in round 12, when I went at him, aggressive, he was all over the show. He couldn't contain me. So if I do that from round 1, he's going to be gassing by round 5 and hanging on to the dear life. If he even gets that far.
I don't buy nothing he says. You know, I don't buy nothing he says. The only thing that I believe in Tyson Fury that he said is that you got to nail him to his coffin. And like I said, I brought 6 inch nails and a big hammer from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I believe that come out of this man's mouth, because of course he gotta promote and hype up the fight. So with that being said, a lot of these fighters, they like to tell a lot of lies. They like to, you know, to say things that are not true to make themselves look better and whatever. I understand, I get that. But when it's time for that bell ring and say D, you know,
He knows.
everything else goes out the window, you know.
I ain't worried about these fighters. I'm special, and that's what differentiates me from the rest. My power, my heart, my willingness to go at these guys. My lion's heart. They know what they in for when they fight me. That's why they change up trainers. That's why they do more than what they supposed to do. And now he's giving his hand the damn gas.
You've often described that power as a blessing and a curse. How so?
I mean, it's a blessing because I can get a guy at any given time. You know my saying. They have to be perfect for 12 rounds. 36 minutes. I only have to be perfect for 2 seconds. You know, and the curse is, it's like my doctor said, he never seen anyone with power like this as a human being. And he said, only 2 things that happen. He said, when I hit something, I destroy it, or it destroys me. And as you can see, this whole arm is like Frankenstein right here, and it's just adding on, you know what I mean? I got more scars on me than I have tattoos.
Your arm was injured prior to the first fight, but yet not a lot of people knew that. You've only started talking about that in recent months. How different has this training camp been?
I mean, it's been a lot different, you know, I'm more healthier this time, you know, my arm was a lot better. You know, I'm able to throw it, you know, with full power. That first time, I didn't even throw it in camp because I didn't want to injure it. I said, if I was going to injure it in any type of form or fashion, any type of way, that I'd rather to do it in the fight. At least I know I'm getting paid. You know, when you're doing it in sparring, you know, the only thing you can get from that is a delay, and I didn't want to delay this fight.
Peter, what's your question?
We're going to take some questions
in front of the
from the media. Please introduce yourself and go ahead.
Yeah, Andreas Hale from the Sport News. Deontay, the first fight, you went viral. You had till this day, you had the knockdowns. This is Black History Month. Are you looking to make a big moment in Black History come February 22nd?
They picked the wrong date. They picked the wrong month. I mean, they picked the wrong month for this fight to happen. And I've said that many times. And when I knock the Gypsy Queen out, we're gonna have a Black History trivia question that's gonna be spread all over the world, and they're gonna be able to write it any type of way they want it.
Tyson, question for you. Do you think there's any chance that Deontay can win a decision against you in this fight? That it was the only path to victory a knockout?
Sam Gordon. You know, I'm not sure, but I'm not reading into all this this racial thing with black man versus a white man on Black History Month. And, you know, I will refuse to go into any sort of thing about it. You know, we are 2 human beings, 2 heavyweights at the top of our game. This is not a racial war. This is 2 heavyweight boxers going toe to toe for all the jewels in heavyweight boxing. Nothing more, nothing less. So yeah, just like to clear that up nice.
I would like your reaction to something though, because a decision was brought up, and obviously the way you guys have been going at it here on stage, everybody's expecting this thing never to get to the cards. But let's put up the cards from the first fight, which was the split draw, and then let's discuss, as you see the scores from the first fight up here, and then let's discuss the news today. And the news today is that Dave Moretti, Steve Weisfield, and Glenn Feldman, veteran judges, have been announced as the judges for your fight. These 3 of Moretti, Weisfield, and Feldman have worked numerous championship bouts, as well as the referee, Kenny Bayless. Your reaction to the judges, and now Kenny Bayless being announced as the referee assignment?
Yeah, they're all very experienced judges, as we've seen. Kenny Bayless is a top referee. He's refereed me before, he's done a good job. I've got no objections with the referees and judges at all. Whoever they are, they're going to do a good job. It's the biggest stage on the planet, so yeah, no real concern about the referee and judges for sure.
Bayless, a veteran of mega fights, Pacquiao Mayweather, Pacquiao Marquez, heavyweight championship fights. Your reaction at all to the judges and/or to Kenny Bayless being named the referee by the Nevada State Athletic Commission?
I mean, I think they all are qualified to. I think they all are qualified to do a great job. You know, I'm looking forward to the fight come the 22nd, Saturday. You know, I never complain about the judges or the referees.
Well, you typically don't worry about judges.
I don't worry about that because I have devastating power.
Let's take another question from the media.
Tyson, Sam Gordon here, Las Vegas Review Journal. A lot of historically great heavyweight title fights here in Las Vegas, but nothing of this magnitude for quite some time. Just what does it mean for you to be at the epicenter of the heavyweight renaissance here in Las Vegas?
It's a big show, and I'm very happy that we could all get together and put this on for the fans around the world. And you know, if it's anything as good as the talking we're doing up on stage, then we're in for a real treat, aren't we? That's for sure. Let's hope both men back up ownership talk, eh? Not on a good fight, it's really down. And that's it, on the line.
Deontay? Anything for you to react to Tyson there?
I mean, the question was directed towards you.
Sure, understood. Do you have any reaction before we take another quick break?
Next question.
Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to invite the trainers up in a moment. We remind everybody how to buy the fight. Saturday's pay-per-view. The Ultimate Showdown in the heavyweight division. The undefeated champions. You can go to foxsports.com/pay-per-view. You can click buy now. You can download Fox Sports app, stream it live from your favorite device. You can also go to espnplus.com/WilderFury, click buy now, or watch it on the ESPN app, or go to ESPN Plus tab and click Wilder Fury Fight Tile. And of course, it's available on pay-per-view. We're going to take a quick break.
Okay, I'll come find you though if they come
Okay,
back.
sure, no worries, no worries. Thanks.
I don't think so.
Down, please. Down, please.
You got lots of good content. You got a lot of good content on it.
Mobile of the shoving and it's
Yeah.
for some reason I thought it was really fun.
Right? And I'm like pumped about
What else
it.
do you have to say? You know?
I was already excited for the fight. I'm like even more now.
Okay, how are we coming back from break? You know, stop holding? Stop holding?
The master salesman. Here we go. Wilder has to find some more. Oh, there he goes. And I don't think he's going to get up.
I knew I wanted a rematch immediately when he got back up.
This is it. Doesn't get more bigger than this.
You know, this is the best versus the best. Gladiator status.
Two undefeated heavyweight champions. Going toe to toe.
No, may question ka? Any question?
Biggest fight
Huh?
in the world. It's probably a 10-hour error.
Ha?
I know. Both in the primes. Both got O's to eat.
Hindi, dito ka sa Skype ko mag-chat. Dito sa Skype.
My main job is to
Sabihin
knock
ko
you out.
from,
I do that very well. Like I tell
sabihin ko
guys,
from
don't
Bomboradjo.
blink, because in the blink of an eye, that could be the last time you may even step inside of a ring period. And here we are now.
I'm predicting around 2 knockout.
I'm going to knock Tyson Fury out. This is unfinished business.
I'll say that again. I'm predicting around 2 knockout.
And I'm going to finish what I started. This is Judgment Day.
Joe Tessitore and the heavyweight champions in what has been an electric final news conference here from the MGM Grand, getting set to host its 14th heavyweight championship fight, and this will be only the 3rd heavyweight championship rematch in history after a draw in the first fight. Deontay Wilder, the undefeated WBC heavyweight champion, now joined by his longtime trainer, JD, who's out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and the undefeated lineal heavyweight champion, Tyson Fury, with the guy who's going to be the chief second for the first time in a fight with Tyson, and that is from the famed Kronk Gym, Sugar Hill Stewart. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. I wanted to get into fight strategy right away, but this took such a different turn today compared to the tone that we've seen in most of the promotion for this fight, that I will start with simply asking you your reaction to what you've seen out of your two fighters here in the course of the past 45 minutes. Jay?
It's appalling. It's horrible. It's fight week. It's fight week. This is what's supposed to happen. You know, it's one thing when it's 3 months out, 2 months out, but when it's the time, when it's that week, it's supposed to get like this. This is what happens when you have the 2 best heavyweights in the world, both undefeated, both highly motivated, both as competitive as 2 humans on earth can be. This is what happens. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Sugar?
I'm excited about it, watching the fighters' reactions. You know, everything's been quiet. Everything's been subtle. Today you saw the mood swings. You saw all the hard work that these fighters have been putting into their training camps. You just saw a little glimpse of it on the stage here. The emotions are going up, the emotions are going down. Emotions are going up, they're going back down. This is what big time boxing is. These 2 guys are professional, but they still have their emotions. They still have their, you know, the chip on their shoulder. They both want that win. Both of these fighters are just, you know, expressing themselves like they should.
Sugar, you're one of the biggest variables in this entire lead up to this fight, because the news of Ben Davison being out, still a great relationship, it has been proven, your former trainer with you. But here we go, nearly a decade ago you came over stateside and you spent time in Detroit at the famed Kronk with the late great Emanuel Stewart, Sugar's uncle. And you formed a bond also with your cousin Andy Lee, who will be working the corner with Sugar Hill. Why the return to Kronk?
Because like I said many times in their build up to this fight, what I did last time clearly wasn't good enough. So we had to change it up, and we're going to look to the knockout. And who better or what better club to go to than Kronk?
What do you feel like what do you feel like you delivered over the course of the last 8 weeks to Tyson? Sure.
I feel like I delivered everything that he asked for. He wanted to be better technical. He wanted to be more aggressive. He wanted to be a big, tall, dominant heavyweight.
Well, you guys have specialized in that for years with the heavyweights who have come out of your camp. Jay, what was your reaction to the trainer change? What was your reaction to the fact that this camp went a different direction?
It surprised me because I think the world of Ben. I think Ben and Tyson have kind of been through hell and back together, and they were great for each other. It's almost, to use an English equivalent musically, you know, you had Lennon and McCartney were fantastic separately, but together there was magic. And I think that Tyson and Ben had that kind of magic, probably still do on a personal level. Now Javon Sugar is training him, and he's a great trainer. So I expect the very best Tyson Fury, and that's what we're ready for, is the best Tyson Fury, because when Deontay wins this fight, you don't want Deontay to get the full credit for beating Fury at his absolute best. I don't want there to be any talk. I want both guys at their best, and I think that's what we got.
Guys, this camp has been very open in discussing their strategy, also discussing the weight that you want to come in on when you step on the scale come Friday afternoon. Let's go and show the weight of what has been your recent fights, because you are expected to come in upwards of potentially 15 pounds north of when you first fought, as you see the fight at 256.5 against Wilder back in December of 2018, and then what you did against Otto Wallin and Tom Schwartz. Why come in at the heavier weight? Sugar?
Why not? Tyson Fury's 6'9". He's not 6'4", 6'5". He can carry that weight along with the power. He's a big, strong heavyweight, and the weight's not going to hurt him. He still moves around just like a super middleweight. Still, you know, has the ring IQ to set things up and just add some punching power to his arsenal. 270 pounds is not a problem.
And then we've also heard from the fighters discussing what you say of, hey, second round knockout, I'm stepping right to him, why not go that? We discussed that between the three of us earlier. But Jay, when you hear Tyson and Sugar Hill Stewart being so open and discussing we're going to come in bigger, we're going to step to the WBC champ, what did you think?
I mean, whatever they do is what they do, and I think that if Tyson comes forward like he says he's going to, it's going to be lead to opportunities for Deontay, because we don't worry about weight regardless. With Deontay, we don't even use the scale at the gym. What he weighs is what he weighs. As long as he's training hard and eating well, which he's doing those things, what he weighs, he weighs. He's a freak of nature, and so what the other guy does is not that much of a concern from a strategy point, because Deontay's always the lighter guy. I mean, in all these 40-plus fights, he's probably been outweighed in all but 4 of them or so. So it's normal. He's fought guys 100-plus pounds heavier. It's never been an issue. In fact, it's usually advantageous.
What do you think you're going to weigh on Friday? What do you think you'll be on the scale?
Well, I really don't know, but I've been waking up around about 2:30.
2:30?
You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably come in the high 220s.
Gotcha.
You know, I'm maybe coming in at 2:30, so somewhere around there.
You guys bring a calming force to everything up here. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Sugar, Jay, we're going to let you go. We're going to take another break here, the final news conference of Wilder Fury 2. And then, gentlemen, we will let you have your final comments. And one last stare down. We're going to continue on from Vegas. Stay with us. Great job, guys. Thank you.
Great job. For sure. It's like
Oh, Fury?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah. I'd be amazed. That's so much Fury.
Shane, what's up, man?
Страдал такой, face to face. Ползи в центр. Да.
Imagine all of our shows were like this. Which I think would be even I think Spence at the top is probably top piece.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be talking about I think
Also, we're gonna make this happen. Freak's gonna kill me, Nathan. See the 3 to 30 for sure. We're gonna have to run over them.
We welcome you back here to the final news conference of
3
Wilder
o'clock.
Fury 2. Of course, you can go to foxsports.com/pay-per-view and click buy now, or download the Fox
Maybe it's just
Sports
up
app
here,
to
right?
stream it live from your favorite device. You can also go to espnplus.com/Wilder Fury, click buy now, or watch it on the ESPN app. Go to the ESPN Plus tab, click on Wilder Fury Fight Tile, also available on pay-per-view. Joe Tessitore sandwiched between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. It has been a fascinating, and I think now people motivated very much here to see what happens on Saturday night. Past hour of a visit with 2 of you. I thank you for that. I thank you for engaging in such a thoughtful conversation after all the vitriol that we had early on here. But now I have a sense that it could be bubbling up again, as I will offer each of you the chance for your closing comments. Respectfully, I will ask for you to just sit back, let Tyson go first, then you will have your opportunity. We'll wrap things up, and then one final face-off. Everybody good with that? Tyson, the floor is yours.
No face-off. No face-off.
No face-off, says Aaron. Gentlemen, you can do as you please, but Aaron, please go ahead, Tyson.
Lastly, thank you to everyone who turned up today, all the news and media from around the world. We're going to keep it short and sweet. Not going to go on all day. Fight's going to be an amazing fight. If it's anything like what we've done today, it should be a very, very good fight to watch. Tune in on Saturday night, Fox Pay-Per-View, ESPN Plus, and BT Sport Box Office. Be there, be square. That's it.
Very professional. Thank you. Deontay, final comments of the final press conference.
Like I said, it's the final countdown right here. You know, you can see that we're emotionally invested in this. We want to give you guys the best of us. Come Saturday night, we're going to release all our negative energy in the ring, and it's going to stay there. You know, after the fight, you know, we're going to be able to come together and give each other hugs and tell what great job we done. You know, right now, you know, it's time, and this is the moment we all been waiting for. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I'm sure it's the moment he's been waiting for as well. To have so many people, so many eyes looking in, to put the heavyweight division on notice. And it's been throughout these last few years, it's been tremendous what's been going on. And as our first fight, as y'all can see, you know, it was amazing. We lit it up. And this time around, it won't be no different. You know, I think it'll be even more intensive fight this time around. We know each other a little bit more better. And what more do you want from us? You know, to give our all. And that's what we're gonna do for you guys come Saturday night. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for it. And that's it, baby.
We all can't wait for it. Undefeated heavyweight champions meeting up. This is what the sport should always be, at its very best. And give credit to the 2 of you for making that happen. Yes, Jim.
One last thing, I'd like to thank everyone that's been involved with this, you know, the networks, the promotion, the promoters, the managers, because with fights like this, it's hard to come by, you know, especially nowadays, you know. We always say the best should fight the best, and sometimes that always can't happen. It takes build-up, it takes a certain point in time for that to happen. But this is something that's never been done before. These are 2 networks, 2 biggest networks in sports. Fox and ESPN, and we got, you know, Al Heyman, we got, you know, everybody that's involved. There's so many names to name. There's so many people, and everyone that knows who's involved, man. I just appreciate you from the bottom of my heart to get this fight going, and here we go, guys. I can't wait.
Great credit to PBC and Fox, to the Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum and Top Rank and ESPN. Guys, you brought it in for a nice, calm landing. That was easy. Well done. Champ, good to be with you. Champ, good to be with you. Kate, take it away. We survived somehow. It's all you.
Down in front.
Down in front. What are your thoughts on what you see? It feels like a rush. There is so much on
Hey, Brandon.
Let's get a picture of it.
Face up. Face up.
Down in front. No, because there's no security up there.
No, we did. We got none. And that's all she wrote.
We were hoping for the best. We're going to work our way up just in case they ask us to do. Saw your house.
I plugged camera mic in because there was no sound.
Right?
From back there,
Finlandia.
That was cool.
That was badass.
Where did we connect over there?
Yeah.
Dan Raphael. Dan Raphael. Dan.
Dan the man.
Dan.
Sorry.
No, after when they sat down.
I didn't have the second.
D, you owe me massive tequila after that. You owe me a lot of tequila after that.
How are you? It's been a while. He's right behind you. He's so good. He's right behind you. Hi, how are you? Tom, hi, how are you? Nice to see you. How do you think you feel?
Yeah, you ain't getting inside.
It's a dangerous country. It's like dangerous. That I know. Trump has to take it from
If Trump asked to come to the fight,
Trump is he sold out.
Como 4 diferentes candidatos. Okay, my 11-year-old says I think. What Kevin's going to do? High fight.
Yeah, I got mad like
5? It's 5, right? There should be 6 total, so 3, 4, 5, 6.
That was great. I'm sorry about this, right? You know, it's like, give all your media. You're supposed to be hanging with me. You didn't need the stuff at the end. Yeah. Did you get the push?
Yeah. The whole first commercial break, they went
Huh? No, no, no. No, everything's the same.
Starts going in contact.
Wilder, si Bob Arum nasa harapan ko eh. Kaya lang dumami yung tao eh. Sinong gusto mo interview ko? Live ba to o recorded na lang? Ah, sige, i-record ko na lang. Chat mo yung... Ah, sige, okay. Okay.
Ah, colombiano.
What's up, man? Good to see you, pal. You made it. You're back. You're back to your home away from home. Good to see you. I miss you. And it was good to travel.
Pues yo no iba para Quebec, pero voy por River.
You saw this
He affected the momentum.
Because you know, Miami. Go to the workout.
Right over there. Yo fui con mi esposa en diciembre a en mental.
I like your rig, brother.
Huh?
I like your rig. 360 cam.
Yeah.
Got all your bases covered. Wide and tight, right? Your eyes. Your eyes are not here.
Yeah, we're gonna. Let me grab one.
You don't have to.
No, that's not verbatim. That's how you know.
No, I'm telling you. So you want to look.
It's because of the shape of the hand.
Friday.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone excited.
All right, let's go.
Within 3 years of people wanted the first buck.
I like it. Let's hold it.
They say if Fury wins, it's easy to make it. I'm not thinking of anything this weekend. The Super Bowl. What about next year's Super Bowl? No. This is the fight. This is the two guys that are going to fight. These are the two undefeated fights. This is the biggest fight. So let's appreciate that. Anything else? We're going to continue. Thank you. Look at it still. Look at it still.
What's up?
Typically have been better and there's always a big thing. With Deontay, you're 9 people. It's in the database, it's programmed for Tyson, Fury in the database. Day one, so we were already well in the right from the start. We're far along. So our main goal is to take the down. You know, I like to do this right spot. We should overcook. Is finally Deontay, is he dismissing say he's got is there a danger that in that one there's some fantastic heroes? No, I think they say what they're going to say. They say what they say. But at the end of the day, they're both, the boxer is a puncher, but the boxer can punch. So it's
woo! Coral.
It's been a pleasure. Make sure you catch it. What's up, you okay? How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good to see you, man.
Jay, can I just remind, this is Coral who I was on about. No, I know. She's the leading British female combat sports journalist in the UK. She was the lady I was putting in touch.
Yeah, you're the one.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
I do that. I have that effect on women.
No, she's very inspired by you. I wanted you to know that. What aren't you? No, she really wants. She doesn't want to interview the fighters. She wants you, baby. She wants you. Okay. Cool. I'm ready. Yeah. Where are you staying? Okay. Oh, of course you said. So you want to have some dinner or something later? Or? It's got loads of work to do, and then people pissing me off, like Ed, trying to get Frank Howard to the other side of the arena to continue to do the interview with him. Hey Matt, how are you, brother? Good to see you. Great, thank you. Too much tequila last night, but I had to a 40-minute shower to do. I can't now. I'm going to interview Frank Warren. Let's have dinner later, yeah? Yeah, I will. I thought I was doing it with the main fucking man.
I am the main fucking man.
No, you're not. You're not. He's the main man. But I'm very happy to. I'm just busking balls. 9 fine Irishmen to eat this time, or not?
Yeah.
Right, that's good. Or we go to Wolfgang Puck. Todd, can I just introduce Carol Barry? She's the leading boxing. What are you looking at? She's the leading boxing.
You're ridiculous. Come on, let's talk about ridiculous. Let's separate ourselves. I like it. It's like Fury. He's wearing Laker colors.
He's so desperate.
He's walking in LA like that. Well, I want to talk to Classy. I want to talk to Classy. I want to get away from the juveniles.
Forget the Carl Barry is the leading female combat sports journalist in the world. So I'd like to meet Carl Barry. She's brilliant. She can fight as well.
Why do you want somebody to kick my ass?
No, but I'm just saying she could. Mind you, when I talked to you the other day, you're rock solid. Please. He got me drunk and tequila and he went to the gym himself.
I have a Peloton right now in my house.
Really?
Okay. Oh, it's great. He's very good.
I'm not as good as
I said to Todd.
He's very good at and he's also quite a close. Excuse me. Man, he's getting there. Thank you. Garrett, we ready?
Look, no.
I'm going to give him I'm in.
Yes, you know that, don't you?
Of course I do.
I know he's just a mouth now. That's great. No.
How we got in? I said, I'm with the family.